In our last video, we covered the Congress of Berlin, in which Bismarck acted as the honest broker between the major powers. This video will cover the alliance he made with one of those powers, Austria Hungary. In 1879, Otto von Bismarck, the brilliant German statesman, made one of the most significant diplomatic moves in European history, the dual alliance. A strategic pact between Germany and Austria Hungary, this alliance would lay the foundation for the balance of power in Europe, ensuring that Germany was shielded from potential threats on its eastern and southern borders. But what led Bismarck to make this bold decision? And why did he choose Austria Hungary, a nation facing its own internal issues, to be Germany's key partner in the face of growing tensions? Today, we'll dive into the historical context behind the dual alliance, how it impacted European diplomacy, and why it was crucial for the future security of Germany. By the end of this video, you'll understand how this crucial alliance set the stage for what would eventually lead to World War I. Let's dive in. To understand why Germany and Austria-Hungary needed to form the dual alliance, we need to first look at the situation in Europe in the late 19th century. Following the unification of Germany in 1871, Otto von Bismarck had successfully placed Germany at the heart of European politics, but he knew that maintaining peace required careful diplomacy. The Franco-Prussian War of 1870-71 had left France humiliated and eager for revenge, while the newly formed German Empire now had to manage complex relationships with its European neighbors. The Congress of Berlin, 1878, which aimed to resolve tensions in the Balkans following the Russo-Turkish War, was a turning point. Although Bismarck had successfully brokered a peace settlement, tensions in the Balkans continued to rise. The Austro-Russian rivalry in the region was particularly problematic, as Austria-Hungary was increasingly concerned about Slavic nationalism destabilizing its empire. Russia, on the other hand, felt betrayed by the Congress and increasingly hostile toward Austria-Hungary. In the face of this instability, Bismarck's job was clear. Germany needed allies who could help secure its borders, and it needed to isolate France, which had been diplomatically marginalized by Bismarck's policies since the Franco-Prussian War. Bismarck realized that aligning with Austria-Hungary would help secure the southern and eastern borders of the German Empire, effectively protecting Germany from the potential threat of Russia and strengthening its position in European politics. Before the dual alliance could be formed, Germany, Austria-Hungary and Russia had been part of a loose diplomatic arrangement called the Three Emperors League. Formed in 1873, it was designed to keep the peace between the three conservative monarchies. The League was based on mutual interests, principally to maintain the status quo in Europe and contain the spread of revolutionary ideologies that could destabilize their empires. However, by 1878, the Three Emperors League was showing signs of strain. The Russo-Turkish War had created serious divisions, particularly in the Balkans. While Russia had been victorious, it had gained territory that was in direct competition with Austria-Hungary's own ambitions in the region. The Congress of Berlin, where Bismarck played a central role, sought to address these issues. While Bismarck was successful in rebalancing European diplomacy, it also meant that Austria-Hungary and Russia were left with competing interests. Austria-Hungary wanted to consolidate its power in the Balkans and prevent Slavic nationalism from threatening the integrity of its empire, while Russia, eager to maintain its influence in the region, could not accept Austria's growing dominance. The resulting tensions marked the end of the Three Emperors League and pushed Bismarck to consider a new way to secure Germany's interests. By 1879, Bismarck realized that Germany needed a reliable partner to defend its eastern borders. Russia was no longer an ally, and France remained a dangerous adversary. Austria-Hungary, despite its internal issues, was the logical choice for a partner. Bismarck initiated talks with Austria Hungary, and in October 1879 they signed the Dual Alliance. This alliance was, at its core, a defensive pact designed to protect both nations from a common threat: Russia. The treaty was explicitly directed at preventing the possibility of a Russian invasion or the destabilization of the Balkans, which could spill over into the heart of Central Europe. Key terms of the agreement included mutual defense. If either Germany or Austria-Hungary was attacked by Russia, the other would come to its aid. The treaty also included a neutrality clause. If either nation was attacked by a power other than Russia, the other would remain neutral, but would consult with the other party before taking any action. For Bismarck, this alliance provided Germany with security against a Russian threat, while also keeping Austria-Hungary in check diplomatically. Austria's fears of Slavic nationalism aligned perfectly with Germany's need to secure its eastern border. For Austria-Hungary, the alliance was a lifeline. Its empire was weakened, and it faced internal instability, so a strong partner like Germany was essential to its survival. The signing of the Dual Alliance had significant ramifications for the balance of power in Europe. For one, it effectively isolated France, which had been diplomatically isolated since the Franco-Prussian War. France now faced the daunting prospect of having to go it alone in Europe, with few allies. The alliance made it even more difficult for France to find a potential partner among the major powers. The alliance also solidified Bismarck's position in Europe. By securing a stable eastern and southern frontier, Germany was able to focus its efforts on diplomacy in the West, particularly in its dealings with France and the British Empire. Bismarck used this newfound security to ensure that Germany would not face war on multiple fronts. Moreover, the alliance was a signal to other European powers that Germany was not alone in its policies, and it marked a shift in the power dynamics of the continent. However, despite its successes, the Dual Alliance also highlighted the vulnerability of Austria-Hungary. The empire was plagued by internal problems, particularly with its diverse ethnic groups, which would continue to fuel tensions within the empire for years to come. Although the Dual Alliance provided security for both nations, Bismarck was still concerned about Germany's position in Europe. The rise of Italy as a unified nation presented a new opportunity for Bismarck to further solidify Germany's position in Europe. Italy, like Germany, had its own ambitions in Europe. It sought to secure its position against the Austrian Empire, which had controlled parts of Italy in the past. At the same time, Italy was keen on finding allies who could help it achieve its goals, especially with the growing tension between Italy and France over North Africa. Bismarck saw an opportunity to bring Italy into the fold, effectively creating a triple alliance between Germany, Austria-Hungary, and Italy. This move would complete the defensive network that Bismarck had envisioned and secure Germany from potential threats on multiple fronts. In 1882, Italy officially joined the alliance, forming a powerful diplomatic and military bloc. This new alliance would further shape the course of European diplomacy and lay the groundwork for the tensions that would eventually erupt in World War I. The dual alliance between Germany and Austria-Hungary was a crucial turning point in European diplomacy. It marked the beginning of a new era in European alliances, one that would shape the continent's destiny for decades. It secured Germany's eastern and southern borders and set the stage for Bismarck's masterful diplomatic balancing act. However, the story didn't end there. In the years that followed, Bismarck would turn his attention to Italy, bringing it into the fold and creating the Triple Alliance in 1882. This new alliance not only changed the nature of Germany's security, but also had profound effects on the future of Europe. But what prompted Italy's decision to join, and how did this new alliance further shift the balance of power in Europe? Like and subscribe to find out in the next video, where we'll explore the Triple Alliance, 1882, why Italy joined Germany and Austria. Don't miss it.